38 years ago, and the fact that Star Wars was such a great success then that gave me the opportunity to be busy. It was a ball. It was really fun. JJ was a great party host, and it was like a Star Wars party. We have the potential for this being appropriate and looked forward to in every country in the world, happily. Transcends borders. Well, happily, that's been the kind of family film that gets passed on from mothers and fathers to their kids, and that's been great for Star Wars. It's also been great for me. Really grateful. Thank you.
It's weird because I'm both nervous for this whole thing, and then I'm like, oh my god, everyone's going to see the film, and then it's out. It's exciting, but it's scary. Yeah, definitely scary. We have been in Seoul and Tokyo, and that was amazing because I went to Tokyo in April, so to be back was amazing. The reception was so good. Seoul was great. We had this amazing K-pop band there, so it was all very exciting. It's amazing because Lupita and Oscar got to go to Mexico, and obviously we were in Asia. We've been in the US, and the UK, Germany, and it's just so far-reaching. It's really like astounding and special. Because we haven't all been in the same room together for a long time, so it's nice. It's nice that we're all going to be together.
So excited to see what's going down tonight. I mean, I'm having such an amazing time. I can't fathom this experience. It's fantastic. I feel so good right now. So good. Went to South Korea, Tokyo. We're doing press in the UK, here in LA, New York, and so it's been really, really fun. Yeah, I mean, through the years, there's so many Star Wars fans that are so committed to this story and the characters, and to be a part of something that continues this legacy, it's just amazing. I feel so good, and I feel so blessed. Oh yeah. I mean, it's very fun, and it's quite the experience to be in this position and to be at a point where I'm interacting with the old characters and the new. It's fantastic.
Well, this is the first time we've been on Hollywood Boulevard for a premiere, because we didn't have a premiere when it first opened. They just opened it up. So it's a long time coming, and since it was so unexpected in my life, I've been having more fun with it. Like I have, I think, a better appreciation now than I did at the time. So I'm really enjoying it. Because this really isn't about recapturing what we did before. It's about, making that jump to hyperspace into the future and the new generation of villains and heroes. That was probably the most unexpected thing, is that it never really went away. And it gave me a passport to use all over the world, where I'm everybody's friend. It's astonishing. So to see people that were children at the time, grown with their own children now, sometimes even grandchildren, it's a generational thing, and it's appropriate because these stories are fables and fairy tales that have always been handed down generation to generation, so it seems appropriate.
It's just wonderful. It really is. It's been such a long time coming, this day. I think that it felt like it had become the stuff of legend, and it's really wonderful to be here and celebrate this wonderful film that I truly feel so privileged to be a part of. I think Star Wars has touched people. I think it's done something that is really unique, which is in watching the films, it really gives people the feeling of hope. And I think what's wonderful is that Lucasfilm and Disney have captured that feeling again, but they brought it right up to date with more diverse casting choices, and by creating a character like Captain Phasma that I'm so privileged to play. It was a very moving experience watching the film, and I think it's a really great piece of work. Well, yes, I mean, this is a very new experience to me, because obviously I've been lucky enough to be on Game of Thrones for a long time, but this is one of my first films. So I'll be sharing this new experience with everyone else.
I mean, it is palpable that I feel like the whole world's been waiting for this moment, and now we've all converged here, and there's about to be an awakening. Well, I went to Mexico, and it was a homecoming of sorts, and it was just, you could feel the excitement in the air. There was a euphoria almost, and at this point, even before the film comes out, people know a lot of facts about Star Wars 7. I mean, it was really so much fun to see so many people loving a film that is yet to come out. I think this is the one film that I feel is meant to be seen with a crowd. And I think tonight is going to be particularly special because I feel like the diehard fans are going to be in the room, and we get to give them this gift that is Star Wars 7.
It is extraordinary. I mean, I don't think anybody expected that it would re-emerge, really. Well, I suppose we kind of did, but for it to re-emerge and then to be asked to be part of it was pretty extraordinary. And it was such a great honour and such a great pleasure to meet JJ and him ask me the question. And the way he phrased it as well, it sort of emblazoned on my memory. Really, he said, Andy, is there any way that you would like to? That you could see yourself engaging in the Star Wars universe, And I just like, I can see myself engaging in the Star Wars universe, yeah, quite easily actually, yeah. So here we are, and it's been an amazing journey, and he's such a brilliant director, a fantastic leader, and such passion, love for the material, and just couldn't be a better guy to be helming it, really. I mean, it's really his passion and spirit, and I mean, everything that he is as an artist is up there on the screen. I mean, he's amazing. Yeah, there's nothing like going to share an experience. There's nothing like getting a large group of people to go through the same emotions together, and feed off that, and to experience that, and to laugh and cry and be terrified and be feel the jeopardy together. It's just there really isn't anything like that, and these films take you absolutely on that journey and give you all of that.
I mean, that's the strength of these movies, I think, is the characters, and that it isn't solely the United States. There's so many, universal themes in the movie that seem so obvious, but I think it's rare that one movie kind of encapsulates so many of that, and at the same time paints such a realistic world that people have made their own, and so it feels very personal in a really great way. I'm pretty lucky to be a part of it. I've never done it before. This is my first time seeing something I've been in with this group of not this group of people, but with an audience. So we'll see how it goes. But this, for me, so far has been the most exciting. Just one, so I can talk about it, I guess, a little bit to the people that are close to me, but also just sharing something that felt so collaborative and working on it. Finally, sharing it with people is, I think, the biggest payoff.
Star Wars, when it came, it was something new that inspired so many people, particularly young people, and it has been very important, I think, morally, through the years.
Not just C-3PO, but the whole galaxy of the family of Star Wars. And now we've got 3 generations who just love it. And I'm delighted that 3PO is still there. And so am I. So, I'm just very lucky. And the story of Star Wars is so enduring and gorgeous and whatever. And people will go on sharing it for another generation at least. I travel a lot, and it doesn't matter whether it's Australia or Japan or India or Russia the other day. It's a common language that everybody shares. And, with John Williams' music particularly supporting it, everybody knows about Star Wars. And it's not just the films, it's the whole spin-off activity, the 501st, the cosplay players, people who've gone into all sorts of sciences and industry because of Star Wars. And I'm amazed to be a tiny little gold part of it. Who knew?
It's wonderful to be back, be in here where it was born, where the premieres were, and it's just a fabulous feeling. Chewie is a teddy bear, and everybody has had a teddy bear. I don't care whether it's you or the cameraman. You've all had teddy bears at some stage. So that is what appeals to the whole group of families, whether it's there or, they can be 80 and they can be 8. and it still appeals to them.
It's insane. I mean, it's a crazy evening, but I'm just excited to see the film. You know, I think that's why we're all here, is to see the film. So all of this stuff is madness in between, but then the lights will go down and it'll get very exciting. I grew up in Ireland. You know, it's a long way away. It's not a quick plane ride, and even there, you know, obviously even there growing up, it was just all you ever heard about. My cousins had all the toys, which I would then get passed down to me, and it was it's a phenomenon basically, and so it's very, very exciting to be a part of it.
It's amazing. It's hard to process what this whole thing is. There's like a mile of press to do, but there's also a mile of friends and beautiful, wonderful people that have been involved with this movie. Well, yeah. It's, you know, it talks about family, spirituality, finding your place in the world, and those are things that everyone, no matter what culture you're born into, can relate to. In Latin America, Star Wars is a rite of passage. So for Lupita and I to bring that to them was amazing, and Kathleen Kennedy, it was amazing.
It is exciting for me also, even though I've been with it for so long, you know, from the very earliest days with George Lucas. But I think the buzz has never stopped for us. And for some reason or other, particularly this one, I think it seems to have gathered a new life and a new energy in the writing, JJ's work, which feels to me like a very kind of organic extension of what George Lucas has done initially. I'm excited and very interested to see what the audience will do tonight. I hope they will love it.
It's incredible to be here on a night where we can actually just have fun. It's been so much work, and to get to be here with, you know, all these people who were responsible for the movie all in one place, and to get to share it with, you know, some fans and some friends and some family, nothing better. What's been so exciting is going to places like Korea and Japan, and getting reports back from Brazil and from Mexico and Australia, and you just see that there's a kind of understanding that this thing that George Lucas created has a power that sort of reaches out and touches you beyond anything that I could really describe, and certainly beyond any other movie that I am aware of. So to be a part of that at all is an incredible honor. I'm most excited for everyone to see Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, Adam Driver, Oscar Isaac, Domhnall Gleeson, Lupita Nyong'o, these amazing young actors who have, I think, delivered incredible performances, and to do it with characters that are known and loved and really beloved. It's an incredibly exciting thing, and it's exciting even for me still, and I'm so horribly close to it. So I can't wait for people to discover it for the first time. One of the fun things about it, you know, this movie is a brand new story about new characters you haven't seen before. To have them exist in such an entertaining way with some of the characters that already exist in the Star Wars legacy is really a thrilling thing, because it's this weird combination of stuff that's brand new and totally, you know, created from scratch, and then stuff that is, you know, something we love desperately in our hearts. And to work with Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, was a thrill.
The biggest thing ever. And looking around here, there's John and everybody. I just ran into George Lucas. It's the most incredible night, and I'm so excited to have people see it. We've been living with it ourselves for so long, and it's full of fun, I think, and I'm anxious to share that with people. It's kind of amazing, because the people who saw the first one were when they were 40 or 80, and my oldest grandson's 5, and he's going to be seeing it soon. That's a big range of people to be interested in one story, you know? And so there's never been a movie, I think, where we have potentially that kind of audience of people who care about it, you know, that much, that big an audience.
I have to say, it's so hard to believe that we're finally at this point where we're standing on Hollywood Boulevard with tents going down 4 blocks, I understand, so it's pretty amazing. I can't wait to get into the theater and just have people see the movie. It is. It's pretty amazing to think that George created this almost 40 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer. And people have just stayed with it. It means something to them. People are looking forward to seeing the movie with their families, experiencing it with friends. I mean, there just aren't a lot of things in our culture these days that really allows for that, so it's really nice. No, it's been fantastic. I think Harrison and Carrie and Mark have been unbelievable to our new cast with Daisy and Finn and John Boyega, who are really, really supportive and have become really wonderful mentors for them.